Hi guys, a very warm welcome from Arjati Creations. Wishing you a very happy Dashra, and I welcome you to our new course that will be starting soon. That is our course on Patachitra for beginners. Now before we delve into our Patachitra course, let me tell you a little bit about Arjati Creations. At Arjati Creations, it is our endeavor to spread art and crafts through our various free courses. So till now we've done a lot of free courses. We've done a lot of lovely courses on various Indian folk arts. So we have already done a beautiful course on Worli Crash Course, Worli Beginners, Worli Advanced, Worli Calligraphy. We've also done the Worli God and Goddess series. So just to show you the 10 avatar that we've done in the Worli course. Other than Worli, we've done our Madhubani Basics, Madhubani Advanced and Madhubani Calligraphy. And to show you one of the paintings we did in it is the Godhana style that we did in Madhubani. We've done Gond art, we've done mandalas, we've also done 3D mandala. And to show you that we learned this beautiful 3D mandala in our mandala series. We've also covered a detailed course on Kalamkari. So this is Krishna ji in Kalamkari style. We have finished even coffee painting that has just got over. We've also delved into various kinds of crafts, like we have covered clay modeling using molded as well as homemade clay. So to show you two cute magnets that we've made in our clay modeling classes. We've also done homemade clay and made a lot of magnets and other things using homemade clay. We've also gone and done a course on quilling as well as a course on the Gujarati style, or that is the Lipton art. To show you a beautiful painting that we did in our Lipton art was this beautiful hanging. Other than that, we made festive boxes, bottles, etc., which you can also do up for the upcoming festive season. So in this way, we keep doing various kinds of courses, and so we will be starting our Patachitras too. Now let me tell you a little bit about what we will be covering in our Patachitra course. In our Patachitra course, we will cover the history of Patachitra, which I will be discussing today. We will then be covering the Patachitra borders, which are very important. Then we will learn the various motifs and basics of Patachitra, because those are the elements that are going to fit into our various parts in the paintings in future. We will learn the human faces, the complete human figures, the animal figures, and we'll be doing very special projects in Patachitra, especially for the upcoming festive season. So do stay tuned, and after the Patachitra course, do let me know which of these motifs you like the best, whether you like them in the Madhubani style, or you like them in Worli, you like them in Gond, or you like them in Kalamkari or Patachitra style. And in case you've not checked out any of my done courses, you can just check into the YouTube channel. You can go into the respective playlists and you'll find all the various videos which delve into each and every art and craft in detail. So let us now discuss the history of Patachitra. Patachitra is a traditional form of art from Orissa. Patachitra is one of the oldest and the most popular forms of art. Now, the word Patachitra is derived from a Sanskrit word where Pata means the canvas and Chitra means the picture. Now, Patachitra is done on a canvas and manifested by rich, colorful applications, a lot of creative motifs and designs, a lot of simple themes are used, and mostly all the themes are mythological in nature. So the main themes are mythological depictions, and a lot of them revolve around Lord Jagannath. The tradition of this painting is thousands of years old. Now, Patachitra styles. Now, 3 types of paintings are done in Orissa. The first, which is done on a cloth, is known as Patachitra. The paintings which are done on the wall are known as Bhiti-chitra, and those that are done on the palm leaves are either known as Tala Patachitra or the Poti-chitra. Now, Patachitra details. Now, before the paintings are done, the canvas was prepared by the artist. Now, the canvas was prepared by mixing chalk and gum. That is basically the gum derived from tamarind seeds. And then the mixture was rubbed on the cloth using different stones, and finally the cloth was dried up. It was after that that the painting was done, and generally the main artist used to paint without any basic drawing. They would directly paint using the brush. There are set rules and restrictions which are followed in Patachitra, and it is one of the most disciplined form of art. In this, a floral border or a border pattern is extremely important, and there is a use of natural colors, which generally restricts them to a single tone. All the poses of the figures are also done in certain predefined postures. The lines are very bold and clean and very, very sharp. The Patachitra style is a mix of folk and classical elements. Patachitra in today's world is much different. Initially, it was only done on cloth, but now it is also done on palm leaves and tussar silk. You will see Patachitra being done on saris, on bags, on wall hangings, even on showpieces. So that is how Patachitra has transited today. Now let us understand what all material we will be requiring for this particular course. First and the foremost is we require 5 sheets of ivory paper. For ivory paper, you can even use cartridge sheets or any sketchbook that is available with you at home. We will need 5 sheets for doing our basic lessons of learning how to do the borders, how to do the various motifs of Patachitra. And for our main paintings, we will be needing artist watercolor paper or any watercolor paper which is 300 GSM and above. So you can take any brand thick watercolor sheets or any paper that is above 300 GSM. So this is the paper. Second comes the paints. For the paints, you can either take poster colors. So poster colors are available even as individual bottles as well as a complete pack. So you can take poster colors of any company, or you can go in for acrylic colors. So in acrylic colors, you can either go in for small bottles like these, or you can go in for your tube bottles. So you can use either poster or acrylic, whatever company or whatever colors that are available with you at home. The next thing that we need for material is the pens. So we do need one waterproof pen. For that, I'll be using a Micron 0.4. You can use Micron or Unipin, or you can use a Brusto. Any brand is good. It is better to use a Micron, Unipin or a Brusto because they will easily work on the acrylic color so that we can do our black lining well. Any other gel pen will not work so well on the acrylic color, or you can use your black acrylic paint and brush to do the lining work. Other than that, we need brushes. So what is you can have any brushes, round or flat. Only 000 brush is very important. This is a 000 fine brush that you need. This will be required for doing the fine lining work, the border work, as well as the thin work to make the faces and the final effect. So 000 brush is a must, and few rounded or flat brushes are okay. So this is broadly the material that you need. So grab all your material, keep it ready, and for the course to start. Do like our video and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to press the notification button so that you can be notified as soon as we put a new video or are live on our channel. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye.